Every night I dream the same dream, not of laughter or sunshine, but of blood and screams. My brother's blood, my brother's screams. I cannot let this happen. I will not. No matter what the cost, I will not allow the enemy to take my brother's life. 2 brothers abducted from their home, forced into the arena, forced to fight. How will they survive? How will they escape? Follow the Price brothers, Riley and Wesley, as they fight for their lives in this edge-of-your-seat sci-fi, focused on friendship and family, facing your fears, and fighting for what's right. Acknowledgements. Thank you, Lord. We did it again. A 3rd book. This was so much fun. Thank you for helping me persevere and for giving me parents who are not afraid of telling me when I, or my books, need editing. I love you. Thank you, Dad, for all your help and support, and thank you for watching Star Trek episodes with me. You're the best dad and Star Trek buddy ever. I love you tons. Thank you, Mom, for all your encouragement and for all the time you spent listening to me blab about this book. You're a fantastic editor and an even more fantastic mom. I love you forever. To my Heavenly Father and my Savior Jesus, thank you for giving me a family that loves me as unconditionally as these brothers love each other. Chapter 1. Every night I dream the same dream, not of laughter or sunshine, but of blood and screams. My brother's blood, my brother's screams. I cannot let this happen. I will not. No matter what the cost, I will not allow the enemy to take my brother's life. I guess I owe you an explanation. I should start at the beginning and let you know what's happened, how we wound up here. I don't know how to say this without sounding crazy, so I'll just say it. We were abducted by aliens. Yeah, I know. Hard to believe, but it's true. The ironic thing is, the day we got abducted, I had actually been wishing for a change in my life. Something exciting. My day had been filled with miscommunications, annoying customers at work, bad traffic, and the sweltering Texas heat. I was already in a bad mood when I trudged into the house. "Riley, there you are!" Face flushed, Mom wrung the life out of the dish towel in her hand. "I'd given you up for dead. Why didn't you answer my calls or texts?" "Because my phone died and I can't find my charger." "Oh." She came closer, brushing my hair back. "You're bleeding. What happened?" "I fell off a building." She gave me one of her not-in-the-mood looks. "I'm fine, Mom. It wasn't a high building." She shooed me away with the towel. "Go, shower up. The Bensons will be here any minute." I feel like I already took a shower in sweat and engine grease. Slogging to my room, I just wanted sleep. I collapsed on my bed. Hello to you, too. Wesley was chilling on his bed with a book. "Rough day?" "Yeah," I said, voice muffled in the pillow. I scratched my head of dirty blonde hair, which was extra dirty after a hard day of work. "I see Mom's in rare form today. She always gets like this when people are coming over." Sighing, I lay on my back and stared at the ceiling, stared at the crooked lines and that one crack that had been there so long it was like part of the decor. I saw so many possibilities, so many roads and options. "Do you ever want something different? Like a different brother?" I threw my pillow at him, and he laughed. "I mean some adventure. Don't you ever wish we could take off and do something crazy? Something exciting?" "I guess so." Mom shouted at me from downstairs. "Riley, I don't hear any water running!" I groaned, while Wesley doubled over with laughter. And that's when the explosion set off. Downstairs. Glancing at Wesley, I grabbed my gun from the nightstand and bolted out of the room. He was right beside me. "What was that?" Before I could come up with a possible answer, he cried out, "Mom! Dad!" Our parents were lying on the floor, unmoving. Wesley rushed to Mom's side. A stranger, the weirdest creature I'd ever seen, man or animal, I didn't know, climbed through a massive hole in the kitchen wall. I aimed my gun, shaking, screaming at it to get out. Unfazed, the creature pointed his larger weapon at me. We fired at the same time. Blinding white light glares at me. I groan and roll over, roll away from the pain, from the explosion in my head. After a little while, I'm able to fully open my eyes and take it all in, piece by piece, moment by moment. Dirty, no, filthy, cement floors. I'm lying on a hard, uncomfortable bench. Where am I? Sitting up, I wince. Slowly, I move everything. Nothing feels broken, though I'm stiff and achy. I make myself stand. I'm in a cell of some sort. But where? Inside a top-secret government facility? A yellow light walls one side of the room. Edging toward it, I reach out and get zapped. Ouch! Shaking out my throbbing hand, I stick my finger in my mouth. Okay, think. Focus. What happened before I wound up here? It slowly starts to creep back. Someone, broke into the house, hurt my parents, shot at me and Wes. My stomach lurches from the memory. Where is my family? I peek down the hallways, then suck in a breath at the first figure I see. A purple-faced man in black armor marches down the corridor, holding a very large gun. Catching my breath, I blink. Hard. Blink again. My head does feel a little funny, so maybe I'm imagining what I just saw. Maybe I'm hallucinating or dreaming. I pinch myself, slap myself. Feels real. I feel awake. Footsteps approach. Oh my word, what is that? He's got a peachy pink, huge head with black eyes and a crab-like mouth. I back up until I fall on the bench behind me. He pushes a button on a console, and the yellow wall of light disappears. He shoves Wesley inside before switching it on again and leaving. Wes! Riley! A normal face, a familiar face. I catch him as he kind of collapses against me. Are you okay? My brother just hangs on to me, clings to me like I'm a life preserver in the deepest waters. It's okay. We'll be all right, I tell him, not believing a word I'm saying. I rest a hand on his head and hold him until he gets his bearings. Shaking, he pulls back and looks at me with eyes I haven't seen in a long time. Scared little boy eyes. Riley, what is going on? Where are we? I don't know. I just woke up. Are you okay? I think so. He shivers. When I came to, they were scanning me with something, but I feel okay. I'm not hurt. Good. I sigh in somewhat relief. What's the last thing you remember? We were home, and someone hurt Mom and Dad, broke in and shot at us. Right. That's what I remember. Have you seen Mom and Dad? He shakes his head. Are they in a different cell? Are they getting examined? He swallows. Are they even alive? My eyes sting, remembering how they looked, lying still on the tile floor. I hope so. Did you feel a pulse when you checked on Mom? No, I didn't have time. Wesley starts pacing, hands behind his head. I blow out a breath. We gotta find out where we are and find our way back to them. Why are we here? What do these people want with us? Are they even people? I'm not sure of anything right now, I tell him. Do you think... He seems afraid to finish, so I finish it for him. You think we've been kidnapped by another species? Abducted by aliens, he rephrases. No, that's insane! I've never even believed there was life on other planets. Me neither, I murmur. But with every passing second, I'm becoming more of a believer, and more afraid. Could they be people dressed up, trying to scare us, he suggests? Yeah, but what for, I ask. To what end? I don't know. He wrings his hands. If they are aliens, maybe they want to experiment on us like lab rats. He cringes. Or chop us up, cook us, and... Wait, stop, you're freaking me out. We gotta keep our heads, keep our cool. I glance down the hallway. We gotta find Mom and Dad. I fall silent when someone stops by our cell, deactivates the yellow light, and steps inside. Instinctively, I back up and stand close to Wes, half to protect him, half for support. The newcomer looks semi-human, but he's extremely, unnaturally pasty pale. Dark eyes, tall, slim build, large forehead, thick, greasy hair, and he's got a mustache that makes me think of a catfish. His gaze jumps from me to Wesley, and then lands on me again, as if he's studying us, and then he breaks out into a hideous smile. Welcome, he finally says. My name is Farrell. My species is Thraken. I am the leader here. You speak English? I ask, dumbfounded. Oh, to your ears, yes, but we have technology that translates all communication. It's built throughout the entire ship. We're on a ship? I ask. Yes, he answers. This is my ship, the Defiant. We've done a thorough examination on both of you, and you appear to be in excellent health. Why have you brought us here? Wesley's quiet voice. Farrell smiles again, trying to comfort us, though it's only freaking me out more. To fight in the arena. Make a life and name for yourself. Fight? Wesley asks, alarmed. What if we don't want that? I challenge. What if we just want to go home? Farrell looks me in the eyes. You are home. Wesley gives me a terrified glance. Where are our parents? He asks the leader. They were left behind. They're too old to fight. Are they all right? Or did you leave them to die? I take a bold step forward. His eyes practically light up. Aggressive. You will do well here. Are they alive? I assure you, their injuries were minor. We only came for you two. You're young and healthy enough for Battle of Champions. I fold my arms across my chest. What exactly is that? A competition where the audience bets and you fight. Wesley's voice raises. To the death? Farrell tilts his head to one side, then the other. No, at least not yet. We have a variety of fights here. A death match will not come unless we have no use for you anymore. This is nothing to be afraid of, boys. You have been chosen to participate in something bigger than yourselves or your meaningless lives on your world. You will reach your full potential here. I promise, if you dedicate yourselves to the journey ahead, you will not only survive, you will thrive. I stare him down. We have no wish to participate in your little game. This is not a game, nor is it little. He waves a hand to the exit. Please come. Let me show you. After Wesley and I share an uncertain glance, we follow him. He gives us a tour, and I can't believe it's only a ship. This place is massive. Long green metallic hallways with bedrooms every few feet. Force fields act as doors. We stop by the training room next, soaking it all in. Several aliens practice and spar with each other on blue mats. There's every color, every size of creature here. Something out of my nightmares. Some of them look more like animals with fangs and tentacles. Some look more humanistic with arms and legs, but I still feel like barfing. Trainees practice here, Farrell says. With guard supervision, of course. We don't want anyone spilling too much blood if there's no one to pay to see it. Wesley turns a shade paler at that comment. After showing us the cafeteria, recreation area, medical center, and so on, Farrell takes us to his suite. It's on the third level, top level of the ship. That whole section is so different from the lower levels. White, cream, and tan colors. Soft, cushy padding for the floor. Doors instead of force fields. Entering the code to his suite, Farrell escorts us inside. Weapons hang on the left wall, an assortment of swords, daggers, spears, and guns. A desk with 2 spiked chairs. On the other side of the room, there are pristine white couches and a large dining table. Blue, jagged glass hangs from the ceiling like weird mini chandeliers. He walks straight ahead to the large computer console. This is where I keep track of the bets coming in. This is where I'll be when you two fight. Are you just going to throw us in there? I question. Because, don't worry, you'll be given trainers tomorrow morning. Dismissing the guard who was manning the controls, Farrell begins flipping switches and whatnot. Ooh, you're in for a treat, boys. Come watch. Wesley and I shuffle forward and peek through the large window. Down below, the arena is shaped like a circle. Gray metallic floor with tons of seats encircling. The stands are packed with aliens who are hyped and pumped to watch the show. Farrell presses a red button and announces to the crowd. Everyone, please welcome Cora! They cheer as an alien with long black braids steps into the arena. He raises a hand, greeting them, jumping, fired up. And let's welcome his competitor, Wrath! The audience cheers again as an orange alien with menacing eyes and fierce growl comes out. He doesn't look at the crowd or up at Farrell. He stares at his opponent, completely and utterly focused. Place your bets! Everyone begins pushing buttons on the armrests of the seats, and then Farrell shouts, Fight! The crowd screams, egging on the fighters in the ring. Cora seems hyper and attacks first. I feel Wesley trembling beside me. These guys are vicious. It would be awesome if this was on TV, if this was imaginary, a video game, but this is real, happening right in front of us. And soon we'll be in that very same ring. Wrath catches his opponent by the hair, grabs the long black braids in his massive fists and yanks, drives a knee into the guy's back, flips him over onto the floor and into slumberland. After a few seconds, the floor glows orange, and an alarm goes off. It's over. The crowd's on their feet, celebrating for the victor. But he doesn't even acknowledge them. He walks silently to the door and exits, rubbing his arm like he strained it. I hear Wesley's response of shallow, shaky breathing. Farrell turns to us. I know this is a lot to process, but don't worry. It will not take you long to learn. Why does he have so much confidence in us? How can he be so positive and excited about this? Why did he choose us? 6-foot, thin, scared humans whose only fight knowledge is from Chuck Norris movies. I look at the arena, at the unmoving, bleeding body of the long-haired alien, watch as 2 guards come in, pull him to his feet, and walk him to the exit. That could be me in a few days. And what's worse, that could be Wesley. Farrell leads us down the corridor, passing several aliens. Some stare at me and Wes. Some sneer. Others actually smile. Doesn't matter. Every reaction creeps me out. Farrell suddenly turns to us. Are you hungry? After that display of blood and carnage, he has the audacity to ask if we're hungry? I mean, I guess that's polite. I should be thankful they're planning on feeding us. But food is the last thing on my mind right now. I kind of just want to hide and cry in a corner somewhere. Any corner will do. Instead, I simply say, no thank you. He looks at Wesley, who shakes his head. Very well, but you must eat something tomorrow. You need to have energy for your training. He resumes his walk. And don't worry, our medics inject everyone with a serum when they first arrive. It makes your digestive system able to handle anything you put down. The serum also helps you digest quickly so you can exercise right afterward. I don't know whether to feel thankful or violated. We continue to follow him until he stops at a ridiculously tiny room. Your quarters. 2 gray cots, something that resembles a porta-potty, and a tiny sink with a mirror make up the furnishings, the bare minimum. Wesley tugs at the collar of his polo, already feeling cramped and confined. There are clean clothes under your pillows, Farrell says. How will we brush our teeth? Wesley asks. Yeah, I forgot to pack my toothbrush, I add. Farrell gestures to the sink. Already been taken care of. You simply rinse your mouth with this. He holds up a bottle of teal liquid. Rinse and spit. Combs for your hair. Then he gestures to a tiny gold bottle. Spray yourself with this to control body odor. And finally, this is for shaving. It's a very small, very mild laser. Be careful when you use it. We nod. Also, these are for you. He reaches into one of the many pockets on his silver belt. Keep them on at all times. They have been pre-programmed for you in your specific schedules. Wes and I take the gifts from his hands. They go around our wrists, and they have a square screen on them, kind of like a wristwatch. Hey, where is my watch? Did they take my watch, I ask? Farrell blinks. Your what? I point at my bare wrist. Ah, yes, it will help you adjust. You must forget your old life to fully embrace this one. I work my jaw. Unfazed, Farrell continues. When the device glows green, you have 10 minutes to get to practice. When they glow red, you have 5 minutes. When they flash red, you are late, and you will be punished for that. Wesley swallows and begins fastening it around his wrist. I slip mine on as well, asking the question I've been wanting to ask for the past 20 minutes. About the translator. Yes? You said it translates words, but what about gestures? I don't want to give the wrong impression by waving at someone or shrugging my shoulders if it means something different here than it does on my world. You'll find that most gestures are universal, but you'll learn as you go. There are many different species here, but no one hand gesture is going to get you killed. It's the arena you need to be thinking about and preparing for. I look up as the lights flicker in the room and in the hallway. What's going on? Wesley asks. Power failure? No, Farrell answers. It's nearly time for bed. Your force field will power up and the lights will flicker one last time. Then they'll go completely out. In the morning, the lights will come on, and the force field will power down, remaining off until bedtime. Clasping his hands together, Farrell says, Well, you both have a big day tomorrow, so I suggest you get to bed. With one last creepy smile, he says, Good night, boys. And again, I welcome you. Then he's gone, leaving Wesley and me standing there, shell-shocked.